Pearce, you've come to a decision about your career. You'll be joining us, staying with us in a coaching capacity with the academy. Tell us a little bit about how you came to that decision and how you feel about it.
It was really tough, to be honest with you. Obviously, at the end of the season, got told I wasn't going to get a playing contract here, and they offered me a coaching role. Spoke to Steve Avery, and they offered me in the under-18s, and it's something that I wanted to consider seriously. But also, I knew I could still play, and that was a real tough one for me because I know I can still play, but my affiliation with the club and wanting to stay at the club, it was really difficult. So throughout the summer, I've had a few options to play elsewhere, some local as well, which would have suited me. But obviously, I still had that in the Charlton role in the background, and in the end, it just come down to what I felt was right for me and my family. I've had a long career, been very fortunate to play a lot of games, play at some good clubs, and I just felt it was time for me to retire and go into something new, which I was really passionate about. So although I can still play, and a lot of people might look at that and think, what's he doing? You've got to play as long as you can, and that was the advice from a lot of people. But for me, it's not about that. It's not about the money. Never has been, and it's about now me and my family going on to the next chapter and showing what I can do as a coach.
I guess also, as you say, your playing career has meant so much to you, and you've still got another couple of years in you at least. We all know that. We all saw that last year and the year before. But I guess it shows how serious you have been for a period of time about taking that next step as a coach and making that sacrifice. I mean, was there a stage in your career, even when you were younger, did you always know that the coaching was going to be for you, or was it something you just learning from different managers and coaches over the years and thinking that's the sort of thing I do want to do?
I never knew what I wanted to do when I was younger, sort of 18, 19, 20. But as I've grown older and I've started to look at games differently and started doing my badges. I started my badges at Wigan when I was at Wigan. And I've just grown into loving coaching and focusing on the game differently and listening to other people and learning from other people. And the last sort of four years here, I've been coaching the under-16s, listening to the under-23 manager, listening to what the manager, just taking different bits from everyone. I just feel the last sort of 4 years, I've really felt like I wanted to go into the coaching role. I've always said as well that if I could get to 35. And play till I'm 35, that'd be an unbelievable achievement. Obviously I'm 34 and a half, nearly 35, and obviously I'm retiring now, and so I feel like I've given everything to the game as in the playing capacity, and now I just feel I'm ready to go into a coaching role.
I guess it also shows your affiliation with the football club as well, that you could have gone elsewhere and carried on playing, but it meant something to you to stay at Charlton. I mean, what does this football club mean to you?
I said when I come in as a player, like the family feel of the club. Like I'm a family person, everyone knows that, and it's a real family feel here. And I've had that since day one, and I want to become part of the family here, and I feel part of the family here. And that's why it's hard when you have that sort of feeling with a club. It's hard to leave. And luckily, of the owner and Steve Avery and other people have shown faith in me as a player, and also now as a coach. And obviously, I want to repay that. I've got a lot of passion. To help all the young ones coming through, and a lot of experience as well that I can help them with. So I'm delighted, and the club has shown faith in me, and now I want to repay that, and hopefully I can be at the club for years to come.
So you'll be working alongside Hamza Sarav with the under-18s group last year. A really exciting time, especially of joining that particular group. It had such a successful year last year, mostly made up of those first-year scholars, so they'll be involved again. Your likes of Daniel Carnu, Tyrese Campbell, people that played in the first team last year, so we've already seen that pathway for them. That must be exciting that you can play a part in that now next year and help them progress even further. Yeah,
for sure. Obviously, I've talked to Hamza. I've listened to what he's had to say before I even got offered the role, and I'm quite close with him. So I'm really looking forward to working with him. I know how good a coach he is, and I can learn from him and hopefully help him as well. But in terms of the players, the club's always had a way of bringing players through, and that was one of the things that, for me, being part of the academy as a coach and helping them young ones come through, we bring a lot of players through. So, like you said, I've played with, just coming through playing with Ezri Konsa, Carlton, Ademola Lookman, just to name a couple. There's many more that have come through and gone on and played elsewhere as well. So, I can't wait. And like you mentioned, that Daniel Kanu, Tyrese, there's others that are in that group that are doing really well and have got real ability. So yeah, I'd love to. I know them all personally as well, so it'd be nice for me to get stuck into that group. I think it makes it easier for me to go into a group that I already know the players. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully, listen, like they've had a good year. Now he needs to build on it. So hopefully I can go in there, and I've been captain at all the clubs I've played for. I know what it takes, and hopefully I can give a little bit more to help them go a step further and try and win a little bit more.
You mentioned you spoke with Steve Avery. Steve obviously has been here for a long time, overseeing the progression of so many young players that have gone on to some pretty big things. You know, even now playing in the Premier League, winning Champions League, and the likes of Joe Gomez, people like that. I mean, what did he say to you when? I mean, did he speak to you first? Did you speak to him like because you were interested, or how did it work?
We both sort of been speaking for the past few years, and I'm sort of mentioned to him that I'd be really interested in taking a coaching role at the club. At first, I'm not sure he took it massively seriously. I think maybe he thought that I was going to carry on playing because he felt like I could, and I know I could. But obviously, as things developed, it became apparent that I was potentially going to take a coach, and I just said to him, listen, like I'd love to work with the 18s. I've seen there's a potential gap there, and I just left it with him. And then eventually he come back to me and said, yeah, listen, like we'd love to get you involved. Obviously, I couldn't give him a straight answer there and then because I really didn't know where my head was at. And to be honest, it still hasn't sunk in right now that I'm actually retiring. I'm not going to play again. But listen, like it's just I can't wait, and I can't thank Steve enough for showing faith in me and giving me that role as early as it is really at 34 to get an opportunity to be a coach for the under-18s is very rare, I think. And for him to show that faith in me, I thank him, and hopefully I can repay that.
And just finally, it's obviously a new chapter for you, but you're still very much reading from the same book in that you're still at Charlton, and there's so much going on here. It's actually quite an exciting time, isn't it, moving forward for this football club, especially this summer. So again, for you to be a part of that in a different way is exciting.
No, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I can see like obviously the infrastructure, the foundations are being built now around us, and you can see that the club is moving forwards. And I think to be part of that now, moving into the next chapter of my career, it's really exciting times. So yeah, I'm not going to be a first team player, but I'm going to know a lot of the lads. I'll still be involved with the lads. I'll still be coming to support all the games. I'm a Charlton fan now, really. I'm part of the family, so no, I can't wait, and I just hope I can bring something fresh to the academy group and hopefully take the club forward.